So I grew up in Monroe, Louisiana, Northeast Louisiana. My family seemed to be reasonably well off, at least compared to most of my relatives. I remember as a child seeing whites only water fountains and bathrooms at the local fire station. I went to Robert E. Lee Junior High School. Our attitudes toward black people was extremely unhealthy, but quite the norm. I was in the 5th grade, and there was a black boy in my class, I think maybe the only one, named Willie. And people had been out on the playground for recess, and we came in, and I remember he had on bright green pants and a pink t-shirt, and one of his legs was wet down to his knee, and he had urinated on himself on the playground. There were no black bathrooms at the school, and he was afraid to even try to go to the bathroom. In high school, the first year of forced busing in my jurisdiction, the sophomore class of my high school had to go across town to Carroll High School, an all-black high school. And I was not happy about that. My parents were less happy about that. They discussed possibly sending me to a white, small private school. I knew they couldn't afford that and went to the black school with an unhealthy attitude, as all of us whites had, and emerged a completely different person, thank God, with a very healthy attitude. But it completely changed me permanently. And my children, somewhat as a result of my experience, have had a very healthy anti-racism attitude from birth, and that's a huge benefit. And I'm proud of things my entire family's done when and where they can. In June, the president of our firm was posting things on LinkedIn, but nothing about Black Lives Matter, and I thought that was really important. And I talked to one of my black colleagues, a business partner, about reaching out to him to tell him to do something because he's black. And he told me, and my daughter, Betsy, said, "No, Dad, you're the old white guy. You're the one he needs to hear it from." And I had to rethink about that, and they were correct. And it worked. And I was in Montgomery, Alabama 2 weeks ago, and went to the National Peace and Justice Memorial with the lynching memorial, you could call it. And the names of the lynched and dates were on these sort of tombstone type things by county in the country. And in my state, Louisiana, there are parishes. So I found the parish I grew up in, Ouachita Parish, and looked at the names. There were a couple dozen. And I was actually heartened by the fact that the last date of a lynching in the parish where I grew up was 1920. And had to think that that's a bright spot is pretty damned pathetic, as many of the dates went up into the 1950s. And I read those names and wondered, did I go to school with descendants of the lynched? is probably likely. I think we can all, if I could adjust my attitude 180 degrees, then anybody can.